And we're back with another video on here about proximity and risk. So one question I get a lot about investing out of state and buying in properties that you've never seen before in states you've never been before is, isn't it really risky? One thing I learned investing in real estate and also investing in general is that proximity does not reduce risk. What I mean by that? Well, let's say I bought the property right next door. Just because I can drive by it, touch it, feel it, throw a ball at it every single day does not reduce risk, because I still have to get a tenant in it, I still have to get it insured, and I'm gonna have a property management company manage it so I don't get the calls in the middle of the day or the middle of the night from the tenant. So if you buy a property out of state, in my eyes, it actually reduces your risk because you're not gonna get lazy with vetting your property management company. Oh, my dog's getting into the hole. You're not gonna get lazy with screening your tenants. So you wanna make sure that your tenants have at least 3 times the monthly rent. So if you're renting it out for $2,000, you wanna make sure that your tenant is at least bringing in $6,000 every single month. You wanna vet your property management companies. One thing that I do to find property management companies is I play the consumer. So what I mean by that is I go on Zillow and I look at other properties that are being managed by property management companies in the area, and I look at the asset. How is it portrayed? What type of assets are they managing? What's the pictures look like? What the description on Zillow look like? So I play tenant. This is a good way to find property management companies that have pride of ownership in renting out these houses, because if I'm gonna be paying them 8-9% of gross income every single month, you wanna make sure that they care. So I like these small mom and pop property management companies, because you can pick up the phone, you can call them, they're not big institutions where you're gonna be on hold for a while, where you're just another cog in the wheel. So that's why I like to buy property in these smaller states where everyone's incredibly nice, people talk to you, they care. So that's one thing that I learned is proximity does not decrease risk. So even if I bought a property next door, like I said, I would still vet the property management company. I would still make sure that the tenant has 3 times the income. If the house burns down, if they wreck it, just me being close to the house doesn't mean anything. So that's one thing I learned. Just wanted to make this quick video about proximity and risk. And also, that usually comes, the question of proximity and risk usually comes from somebody who hasn't bought their first property before. It's not gonna change your life buying your first property, but what we'll do is overcome the fear of purchasing property. And if you're gonna want to rent out 10 properties, it's gonna be very hard to manage all of these properties. So if you buy your first one and have a very good, trustworthy property management company in place, then over the course of the 20 years of you investing, or 10 years, you can use that property management company to manage all the assets. And that's a huge benefit for them, because once you hit 3 or 4 properties, then your property management fees sometimes decrease from 10% to 9% to 8%. So it's all about relationships and building it for the long term. So I have other videos about long-term thinking. All my mindset is about long-term thinking. So that's really what it's about. So if you like what I'm saying, if you're still here after 3 minutes, appreciate you. Subscribe, like, and I'll make more of these videos.